It's that time of the year again.
Houston, we have a problem.
Hey, she's right, it is broken.
This is a 1993 Sears Craftsman 2 die-hard, 5-speed, 42-inch deck, twin 18 horsepower, electronic ignition, cast iron sleeves, lawn tractor. Made in the USA, if you can believe such a thing. Long story short, this had been sitting since 1998, and it was ridden hard and put away wet.
We beat the shit out of her.
Right before I started YouTube, I decided to get this thing going. Wish I made it a video. We can't currently see inside the engine due to all the wonderful covers, but there was so much mouse nest and mouse urine, the air cooling fins were literally disintegrated off and in pieces.
There. You seeing this all right?
Every pulley, roller, whatever, was completely seized. Starter was completely toast and seized. One rear tire was junk.
So you're saying the ship?
But with a little TLC and a lot of patience, we got this thing going, and I've now been using it. I think this will be my 4th season. And every time I use it, I laugh internally and externally, for that matter, because this thing shouldn't run. Yes, obviously it does eat some oil, not a big deal, but it just does the thing. It does chew one belt every season, although I don't think I made it through a belt last season. I think the one drive belt for the, not drive belt, the one deck belt lasted an entire season, which is rare. We obviously have a steering issue where I believe there's a cone gear on the end of a shaft. I do believe it's still available. I decided to make this short video because my weirder videos that aren't like mainstream to the other stuff usually do well. So what the hell, let's give it a go. Let me get this steering disassembled, pull this shaft out, and see what we got going on. Alrighty, not sure on procedure. I just started ripping bolts and battery cables and battery tray out, and I'm sort of in. There's a peak, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look as worn as I thought it was going to. Let me zoom in there. I don't know if it's bushings that are worn, the gears that are worn, but let me get this the rest of the way apart. You can see there's a clip there, and that pin must slide out, and then all this slides out. And yeah.
Who put this together? Are you autistic?
Well, that was way less fun than I wanted it to be. The hardest part was getting the steering shaft, if you will. Let's see if I can get you down in there. Off of our steering arm, pivot arm, if you will. That was a nightmare, going underneath with 5 extensions through the deck and pulleys and belt to remove that. The bracket that held the steering assembly together, those bolts had never been out. You can see the rust, especially on that one. Took the old lever bar to break that free, but it did come out. Here is our assembly removed. So, broken tooth there, damaged tooth there, non-existent bushing, completely worn out cone gear. Is that what you call that? For a second, and I mean a millisecond, I thought about adding some weld and grinding and filing. And same here, but way too much work for this guy. So I think I'm gonna try and source some parts, a bushing, whatever the hell this thing's called, and this steering shaft. Gotta figure out how this comes apart, but no big deal. When parts come in and we're ready to go back together, you know the drill. And finally, our back-ordered steering shaft has arrived. I did go ahead and measure the splines here and here. Approximately 5/16 on this tooth, approximately 3/16 plus on this tooth, so quite a bit of wear. Alrighty, now that it's been a total of 4 weeks since I took this apart, I have no idea how it goes back together.
I don't know, I have intermittent memory loss.
Let me find a diagram and do said assembly, and I'll bring it back in. The assembly gods are smiling. That wasn't too awful. Tie rod hook backed up over on the left. We got everything clipped in and bolted back in place as far as steering shaft assembly. Let's continue to march and finish this thing up. So one of my fears when doing this and ordering parts has come true. I didn't take physics in high school. I wish I did because I always seem to be working against it. The flashlight isn't going to mess with this too bad. But let me see if I can get my fingers in there with this going. This plastic piece here is your steering shaft support. And when I took it apart and looked at it, it is completely slopped out. So when you turn the wheel to the left, physics now, the gears want to mesh into each other, which is great. But when you turn to the right, you can see how slopped out that is already. They want to pull away from each other. And because you can see it there, because that support piece is so oblong and wallered out, it wants to jump the teeth. So when I ordered these parts and waited for weeks for back-ordered parts, that steering shaft support was no longer available. So I said to self, what are we gonna do? It doesn't exist anymore. I thought about drilling it out and bushing it, but I thought then the sidewalls of the existing part were gonna be super thin and would fail.
Sound like you're up Shit's Creek.
But luckily my two brain cells kicked in and I had the sense to go on eBay. And whilst there was many Chinesium knockoffs for this support arm, whatever you call it, I found one that wasn't so Chinesium and looked like an exact match. And for $27, I pulled the plug, and here it is. So let's take all of it back apart, which is a bit of a nightmare, especially the connecting tie rod, steering arm underneath through the deck in the maze of awfulness with 18 extensions to undo that one nut that releases the thing. Pull it back apart, switch these out, get it back together, and we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I also got the antique trickle charger hooked up to the battery from 2023 because I'm sure that's dead as a doornail. Alrighty, steering gear, assembly, shaft, all removed. That is not the most fun I've had on a Saturday morning, but it's out. And even on camera, you can see one is not like the other. So I'm super happy I was able to find this part. It's going to work. As far as grease lubricant, I don't know what to use. I did not look it up. You know, once we start mowing all the dirt, debris, grass, whatever grease we're going to use is just going to stick to it, not like, you know, sandblaster, grit, grime, and just, you know, do the same thing that was doing. So I thought silicone spray, probably the way to go here. If you know, let me know. Anyways, for the second time, let's put this all back together, hopefully for the last time, and see if we can get the grass cut. Steering assembly back together. And it's quite obvious to the even most casual observer, much, much improved. No longer wants to pull away from each other. It wants to do the steering thing. That is fantastic. Alrighty, let me get this all the way back together. I also have to change the belt. We'll talk about that in a minute. The mower deck blade belt removed, which is also not a treat. You got to remove one of the deck brackets and a linkage rod. You can see this thing. I think I mentioned it before. This thing likes to eat belts. When I got this thing running, every pulley was seized. I'm sure there's some alignment issue. Not sure how well this is picking up on camera. There's the small part of the V. You can see how worn that is, and you can see how unworn that is. This old belt must have been built on a Tuesday because typically I go through at least one belt. It just wears so thin and then it snaps and I have to buy one. But this one must, you know, this one was a good one. It lasted all season. I went on Amazon and ordered this Goodyear lawn and garden belt. It was not cheap and it claimed it was heavy duty. So let's see how this one fares. Have not tried this flavor yet. So let me get that installed and we'll go from there. I also went above and beyond. The battery tray was looking very, very poor and rusty, so I took my favorite Seymour rust converter and gave it a quick spritz, and then we'll get that back in once it's dry. Get everything installed here. As you can see, I got the antique battery charger going because the trickle charger did nothing. I also went ahead, jacked this thing up. Did the blade sharpening cheater method, took the old whizzer wheel with the old abrasive disc and put some sort of resemblance of an edge on both blades. I think I am going to go ahead and drain the oil, even though I have to add oil every couple of mows because it obviously is wore out and does consume some. And then we'll be ready to give this thing a go. Oh, I also have to run to the store and get gas, even though I was already out 3 times because my brain doesn't work anymore. I went to remove the air filter for cleaning purposes, and there's perfect little dust balls in here from the dust just rolling around in the vibration. Pretty cool.
Warren, you're so amusing.
I couldn't remember which side drain plug I used to change the oil, so I opted for this one on the right side. It then proceeded to fill up the entire pulley with the new belt. Long, painful sigh. I was also quickly reminded that you need to pour the oil in slow or it dumps everywhere. I went ahead and used this 30-year-old bottle of Quaker State something weight motor oil that I have no idea what it is. Remind me, but if memory serves me, Quaker State was one of the worst oils ever manufactured to put in your vehicle. Let me know your thoughts. It'll burn it before it does any damage. The damage is already done. Let's be honest. Alrighty, my apologies for the lighting. I think I'm in the darkest part of the rot box. I think the battery took some sort of charge. Let's see if this thing fires up. Oil's in it, fuel is in it. Hasn't ran since last season. Let's see if she goes. Ugh. Get how to run this thing. Choke, a little bit of fuel. Come on now. Oh, she popped. Fun fact, when I got this running 3-4 years ago, I never took the carburetor apart, and it started and it's run ever since. I'm sure it could use it. It does like a little bit of choke, and I'm fine with that. Let's get the hood back on, get this thing outside, and see if it does the thing.
Not broken.
It's pouring rain out, so this outro will have to be good enough. As always, thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one. That's it for now.
Till the next time.